Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. We're back on good old Satisfactory, ready for another day, ready to get an autosave on our modded playthrough. Freaking autosave and interrupting. Alright, didn't even get 15 seconds in. I'm going to leave that in, that's a nice intro, right? Let's go. And if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mods list is down in the description section of the video, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself, yes. Okay. So, happy Spooktober, everyone. Before we get started, I've been saying at the beginning of all my videos, and I made a little icon that should be on the thumbnail. When you went and clicked on it, it says it's a little pumpkin that I put together. Well, not the pumpkin, but put the letters together and stuff like that. Happy Spooktober, because it is Spooktober. I'm going to put it on all my thumbnails for the rest of the month. Also, if you have not seen it, we have played a few spooky games already. We've been playing 7 Days to Die, obviously the 7 Days to Die Permadeath series. I'm keeping that going, but I'm alternating between that and some spooky games. We did Phasmophobia. We did one Phasmophobia, and then we did some multiplayer on Demonologist. And that game, language warning for that game, because sometimes I get spooked and sometimes I just start swearing like crazy. So yeah, bit of a language warning on that. But yeah, if you'd like to check those out, those will be out. The Demonologist one, I just got done recording it not too long ago. So it will be out today, probably a little later than this. Yeah, it'll probably be an hour afterwards. That's how I usually plan them. But anyway, let's get on into this game. We got some work ahead of us. Got our work cut out for us for this one. We've got to get these encased uranium cells over to our next factory, which is going to be here. Our next factory, which is going to be the actual uranium fuel rods. So we're going to build that first before we. Whoop. Power. We're going to build that first before we build the train station for the uranium. And then once we get the train station for the uranium, we'll send off both trains, because there's going to be 2 trains, because we need a lot of uranium. So we need more than those miners are doing. But anyway, yeah, let's get started. Hopefully you all have yourselves a great Spooktober. It's been fun so far. So this one's probably going to be 3 as well, but we'll go 2 and see what that does for us. Okay. So let's grab ourselves a manufacturer. Hopefully I have enough for 5 of these. 25... 50, 200, 250. Okay, and then 250. Yep, we got enough for all 5 manufacturers here. Yeah, I might try to line it up like the other one is. I think that's correct. Oop. Or see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it needs to go a little further forward, because the center of it, we're going to drop here. Center of it needs to be over the center. See this little hump right here in the middle? This one needs to be on this line here. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on that line. Holding control. Looks like it's going to be a little further forward, probably. That's over the middle line, and that one's over the... Okay, yeah, that's exactly in the center, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. Okay, that's exactly where I want that. I hope. I guess we'll see. Give me some power, please. Power? Power. Power! Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because we need to do 5 per minute in order for our power plants to have power. And when you fully overclock these, it makes 1 nuclear fuel rod. Run uranium fuel rod, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. 1 uranium fuel rod per minute when you fully overclock a manufacturer. So, yeah, we kind of have to. Yeah, that looks right. We kind of have to build 5 of these suckers in order. This is all going to be uranium fuel rods. Oof. Oof. Okay, let's see what this side looks like. I don't want to place it yet until I figure out. Okay, so the kind of the base of it is touching that one line on the manufacturer, and then the ladder's kind of overhanging that. Let's see what it looks like on this side. We may have to. I hope we don't have to. We may have to move slightly. Nope, that's perfect. That's exactly where I want it. Boom. Ooh, look at all the materials going in. Yeah, normally without the smart body, you wouldn't be able to build more than one at a time. And it'd be incredibly annoying to get them all separated correctly. Which, actually, that's perfect. Look at this. They both take up 2 foundations and then almost a foundation space in between. Oh, I love it. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, when things work out perfectly like that, I just... drives me nuts. Like, not nuts as in a bad way, but... That sounded weird. Whatever. It drives me crazy. In the good way. I'm just like, oh, thank you. Okay. And once we get the walls in place, we'll see if we can get some power. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same as what I did over here. 3 high. But I want to see what the roof looks like on a 2 high. And if it's not high enough for our liking, then we'll do a 3 high. Alright, so architecture. Go with a flat roof, of course. Of course, of course. I'm going to pull it this way. 4. See, this doesn't look too bad with it sticking out like this. I'd be fine with this. I actually think it looks pretty decent. Ah! My power! Need that. So 1, 2, 1. There you are. See how that looks. And it's going to go down even lower, too, so... Yeah, I think we're going to go 3 high. Yeah, it looks good on the top, but unfortunately it's like cutting off a lot of like where the robots are, where the robot tracks and stuff are, so it's just like, we'll go 3 high. We gotta do a flat roof though, that is the rules. This is flat roof land. That's what it's called. I've deemed it Flat Roof Island. Not really. It's Nuclear Island. That's what it is. That's what it does. But yeah, and if you're just, kind of just joining the series here a little bit late, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you for not watching all. What are we at? We're at 260. Yeah, this is 260, isn't it? This is episode 260 because it's a Friday. Yeah. So this is episode 260. I don't blame you for for not watching the other 259 of them at 1 hour long. That's a lot of hours, man. I mean, if you want to, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to watch them, but definitely, if you say, I'm not watching that, or like that one, we had one commenter a long time ago, is like, I'm watching you at two times speed. I'm like, am I that boring? He's like, yes. I'm like, yeah, I know. So he was watching a lot of my videos at 2 times speed. Pretty funny. Again, I don't blame you for doing that. I think I might put this in the middle here. Yeah, that looks kind of cool, actually. And then put that right in the middle. It's right there. Yeah, okay. And then No. I seen that. Get back in your spot. Oh, there we go. No. But yeah, if you are just joining us here, kind of in the series late, the reason that we're building like crazy here with all this stuff is because there is a power issue with our city currently. We don't have enough power to generate the phase 4, which is in the top right. We don't have enough to generate all the other stuff either. We don't have enough power to add any more machines because right now, when most of the city is currently active, we're actually pulling past how much power we're producing. Which we do have. We do have a bunch of batteries hooked up to the system so that we can pull past that and use the extra power without breaking a circuit. But the problem is that won't last forever. And since it's currently doing it constantly, we decided that, I decided, nobody else decided. I decided that I want to build a giant power plant, and I wanted to produce everything on said island. So this is a, let's get some power here. Let's see, Mark II. Yeah, we'll put Mark II there, just for later possible use. But yeah, I wanted to build a artificial man-made island for my nuclear power plant, which is going to be 10 nuclear power plants strong. We're gonna have 10 of those suckers at fully overclocked as well. I went a little bit nuts. We'll say that much. Went a little bit nuts on this one, on this build, but it's gonna pay off. After this is all hooked up and once the system is going, we don't have to worry about power ever again. My game would not run by the time, like if I got to the point where I was using most of the power produced, I wouldn't be able to run the game at probably maybe 5 FPS, if that. I've seen some crazy builds on this game. Some people do go nuts like I do, or even worse. They well, not worse, but they go even more crazy on the building, and they're like, I can't add anything else because I've hit the item limit. It's like, holy crap, dude. Yeah, if you did not know, Unreal Engine 4 does. Oops, sorry, that was actually me that time. Unreal Engine 4 does have an item limit, which Unreal Engine 5. There we go again. Unreal Engine 5 does. Yeah, I need to not put so much emphasis on the F. Not to put so much air into it. Yeah, the Unreal Engine 5 does add a higher item limit, and plus it fixes some other issues they've been having. Because if you didn't know, this game does run on Unreal Engine, but it runs on Unreal Engine 4. So it's a step behind. But they were waiting for quite a while for Unreal Engine 5 to be, at its tip-top form almost, before they did Unreal Engine, the Unreal Engine 5 swap, because they wanted it to be as best as it could. And then now it's on Unreal Engine 5 in the experimental version. And they're currently waiting until, or not waiting, they're currently trying to fix the game for Unreal Engine 5.2, trying to fix all the bugs and make the update as stable as absolutely possible before they go with the regular version. So yeah, if you're wondering why Update 8 hasn't come out, that's why. It's because they're currently bug fixing, optimizing, stuff like that, trying to get Update 8 as best as it possibly can before they release it to what they call the stable branch, or the early access branch. They call it early access, yeah, that's right. No, that's 7 Days to Die calls it stable. The normal version of the game. Yeah, so that's why they haven't released it yet, because they're still got a lot of work to do They're trying to get everything working correctly and everything fixed for Unreal Engine 5.2, which I'm still on update 7. I haven't gone to that update 8 yet, because I wanted to come out on early access branch before which is the stable version, the version I'm running now. Ow. I want it to be that stable because I'm running mods and stuff, so I gotta be a little more careful with everything. And I don't want the game to be full of bugs and stuff like that. And then, us trying to build and then they're changing things, and it's just like, nah, we'll just stay with update 7, it's fine. And then once it goes to the early access branch or the stable branch, whatever you want to call it, then we'll go to update 8. Like, I'm pretty excited for some of the update 8 changes. I want to try Lumen. Of course, I don't think my graphics card is going to be able to support Lumen, but yeah, I do want to try it. Actually, it might. I mean, this game barely uses any of my graphics card, so it's all the reason it's laggy and unstable with the FPS and stuff is all CPU. It's not that my CPU is super bad or anything like that either. It's just, that looks weird. It's just that I have a lot going on this save, so. And I do mean a lot. If you watch the previous episodes and stuff where we're, you can almost see it from here. So there's the city. I can't click it from here. It's that direction. It's about 1,500 meters in that direction. There's a massive city with factories and stuff. It's crazy. I call it crazy. That's what I call it. Call it whatever you like. Call it a monstrosity. Won't change the fact that it is a crazy build. I don't think so either. But yeah, every time we go over there, it's the FPS. The FPS is around 10 to 15. Oof. Pretty crazy, like I said. Okay, so we got everything powered now. Let's go ahead and set the recipes, get everything overclocked. Let's see. Yeah, uranium fuel rods, that's what they're called, okay. And then we'll overclock them, of course. Okay, then we'll Control C. And then Control V. Control V. Control V. Control V. Alright, sweet. So we got encased uranium cells, we've got encased industrial beams, and we've got the electromagnetic control rods. We're making all of that, and at the proper amount. Why does this keep underclocking? We'll just have... Oh. Okay. Never mind, I was going to be upset with the game again. I ran out of overclockers. No. I have to go grab some more. That means I gotta put the store down again. Okay. Well, we've been having a bug with overclocking stuff. Sometimes when you copy-paste the recipe, it'll put the overclockers in there, but it won't actually overclock the machine like the original one was. Or sometimes you'll overclock it. Whoops. You'll overclock it, and then it'll underclock itself again. Like, what the heck? Alright, so screws. I think that's all I need is screws. Alright, special. And because I run mods, I can put down one of these awesome shops. For it to build there. We can go into the awesome shop. You can't do this in the normal game. You have to have a mod for this. You go to parts, and you can buy the shards, the power shards, the ones that allow overclocking to be possible. Otherwise, in the normal game, what you have to do is you have to go around the map and collect slugs. And then turn those slugs into the shards. But I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, just gonna grab a bunch of these. Okay. So, 25 by all. And then buy another 25. No. There's 50. And then I'm gonna buy an extra one. So I can put that in there. And then we'll have 50. Okay. And then... Oop. No, stop it! Yeah. Sometimes that happens. Put the screws back. Alright. Good. Just waiting for that train to go by. Okay then. Now we're not making encased uranium cells yet because we don't have the uranium here. That'll be brought in by train. But we got to set up this entire system first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the uranium and we're going to just start building it and just let it build up stock. Which I think will be good. Okay. Alright, right there. Okay. Fully overclocked that. Check it a few times. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Those are now fully overclocked and set. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these. So these are 3 inputs, right? Yeah, we're only going to be able to use 3 inputs. So that's going to be interesting. How are we gonna do that with only 3 inputs? We could do 4 inputs and just have the last input empty. I wonder. Logistics. If we go, so we go with the 7 here. It's like, which one are we going to skip out on? We could skip out on the end ones for each side, but then you've got the center. Oh, you know what we could do? Instead of skipping out, why don't we just do this? What does it take most of? Okay, encased uranium cells. We'll have uranium cells come in on the end, or maybe the center. We'll have the encased uranium cells come in the center of each. And you can do this to bring it in twice as fast. That's just so we can use every port, because we only need 3 ports. But we have 5 machines, so we can't like balance the building from side to side, from lengthways to the other lengthways. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. And also, I'm going to change these to Mark II poles because I can. Could change them to Mark III, couldn't we? No, we don't have that kind of stuff, unfortunately. I'll have to grab some high-speed connectors. I like the Mark IIs. The Mark IIs are like a well-balanced, but the Mark IIIs also look pretty beastly too. They're very fancy, and they're also taller, so yeah, there's that. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to... Let's see, how much are we going to need? So 50 times 5, that's... Yeah, 51, 50, 225. Yeah, 225 encased uranium cells per minute. That's how many we're using for all 5 machines. So 225, so that's 1 belt. So each of these can be 1 belt. So yeah, 5 times 5, that's 25. So 25 per minute there, and then 3 times 5, that's 15. Okay, yeah, so everything could be on 1 belt. That's cool. I was just curious. So the encased uranium cells, I think, should be the highest point. And then the electromagnetic control rod should be the lowest point, and the concrete can be in between them, between the electromagnetic control rods and the encased uranium cells. I think that'll work. Just trying to see. I'm sure people always wonder, like, why are you just standing there? You're not doing nothing. It's because I'm a bit of a visual thinker. I tend to visually do a lot of my decisions for this type of stuff. I try to visualize it first, and then I go with it, or I don't go with it. Just depends. It's just one of those things. Okay. So the middle ones are going to be the two farthest ones. So we're going to bring the encased uranium cells. Let's see, where's the outputs of this? So the output is here. Let's bring the encased uranium cells this way, and then turn it around and go this way with it. Okay, that seems pretty cool, right? Seems like the thing to do. Maybe 2, 3. So we're gonna have to do that. Two, 3. Just using the smart mod here. Looks like that's where it is. Oh, right there. 2, 3. This will make sense in a minute. Once you're probably wondering why you stacking so many splitters on top of each other. Yeah, you'll see. This just makes building much easier when you do it this way. Okay, so right there. 2, 3. And then one more. Yeah. 2, 3. Okay. You know, I have an idea. With Spooktober. One second. Let me see if I can get this. I'll go ahead and pause the music as well. Okay, how's that? Did it work? I think it worked. Let's click that. Alright, so you should now be seeing on screen in the top left. I created this little icon for the month of Spooktober that's going to put on all the thumbnails. And yeah, decided to add it to the overlay. Yeah, doesn't look too bad, does it? I think it looks good. So, happy Spooktober. Heck yeah. Just in case I forget, we could have that on the overlay. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt too many games. Let me do this real quick. Alright, maybe that's a little better. Less intrusive. But you can still see it. So if you put it like right there. Yeah. Happy Spooktober. Happy Spooktober, everyone. Here we go. He's just babbling on about the Spooktober thing. What the heck? Okay, so yeah, we wanted to add the control rods at the bottom, which are going to be coming from over here. Oh, the merger goes the wrong way. We're going to have to readjust the mergers, unfortunately. They do go the wrong way. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the merger should be first then. This also tells me where to line stuff up, so. And there. And one more. Yep. Okay, so then that means this one is going to be the 2. We're going to be coming from this way as well. Okay, and then, so the concrete, wait, does this need straight concrete? no, it needs the encased industrial beams. It's right here. Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to we'll put in a lift like right after. Like put like a 6 in. And then we'll put it that way. I think that's correct. Yeah, that's the exact height. Okay, so then 3. Pull that over. Ooh, maybe the encased industrial beam should go first. Or on the lowest scale. Actually, no, because I can. This one's a little more easy to adjust, I suppose. Okay. So yeah, then we might as well remove these. Get that one. There we go. Very nice. Okay, now hopefully I can put a 3 in between these. I should be able to. These, and I'll put we'll put supports and things afterwards after we get all the belts in place. So put like basically like a 5. 3 to connect that. So basically do that. We'll take this over that way, just like that. Also, these need to be connected. I like how these belts can go right over the top of splitters and mergers and stuff like that, and they don't clip through the top of the belt texture, so that makes stacking stuff like this in a manifold style system, which is what this is, it makes it stacking far nicer. Very good, very good. Okay. Very nice. There. We're going to have a 5. We're going to put here, because this is done. But we can put this like this. 1, 2. Just like that. Then we can go get rid of that for a moment. So 6. That. 3. That. Perfect. If I want, I could just put this. Should we put this here or no? Maybe. Yeah, we'll just put it there. It's fine. And then, yep, that'll go that way. And that'll go that way. And there goes the encased industrial beams, all being hooked up. Very nice. Yeah, I confused myself earlier by saying concrete was going to be going in between the electromagnetic control rods and the encased uranium cells, but it wasn't concrete, it was the encased industrial beams. Need to go through there. Okay. And I'm going to bring this right to the edge here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift. Let's see, is that straight? No, this is straight. Okay, so it's right there. So we're going to take a Mark V, put it like that. Actually, is that perfect? That might be perfect. It might be on the same level. It is. Yep, that's level. We can also test by using a wall. Yep, that's level. Sweet. Very, very nice. I love it when stuff works out really good. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn these mergers. Oh no, just these two. Okay, this one's fine. It's just these two, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. I'll just have to reinstall these mergers because I didn't know where the building was gonna be. So, I mean, we could have gone across and then over, but it's already hooked up. And I've already deleted everything, so might as well go with it now. Three. Okay, I'm not going to set that going just yet. Let's get these lifts in place. I'm going to have to delete the belts as well. It'd be nice if it could just be snapped right back onto it like it was, but it goes to the end rather than where it's supposed to go. Okay, so that should be there. So there's a little bit of wind. It's here. Yep. And 3. I'm just gonna put these in there. That. Put these in there like that. Uh-oh, it's raining. Oh, better save. Better save just in case. Okay, got ourselves a save now. Yeah, the icons up in the top left don't even intrude on the menu. Well, for this game, anyway. So, that's fine. Yep. So now let's put this going this way. And off they go to the races. Let's make sure they go all through. Didn't hook up anything. Okay, that's all good. There's our electromagnetic control rods. Okay, I'm just going to throw this 19 back in here. You can have that. I don't want it. Okay, so I'm going to... because this goes clear across here. Actually... Nah, that's fine. We'll do a 5. Shh. Get it. If I get it placed just right. It's very finicky. Oh. Almost had it. Come on. Put it there. Put it there. Please. Please put it there. Yeah. We'll just use the whatchamacallit, the micromanage mod to get where we want it. So hold Alt and hit L. There we go. And we'll just put a support there. Okay, sweet. So now we got that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put supports for all the belts and stuff. Like this. Each side of every one of those. It just adds to the look that I'm going for. Which is, you know, lots of detail. Yeah, you may not think this detail does a whole lot, but it does. When you got the overall build done. Makes it look decent. Even though these don't do anything. They're just there to look pretty. I'm playing with fire, well, playing with rain technically, by placing these because of the rain. The rain's nice. I just wish they would allow you to turn it off. But from what I heard, the reason that you're not allowed to turn off the rain in this game is because they say the rain is part of the game, it's part of the atmosphere, which is fine, but there's some people that can't run rain, or it's incredibly laggy when it's raining, or like me, where we're running mods and it tends to crash when there's rain. I can't do anything with foundations while it's raining. I can't place foundations, I can't delete foundations, I can't even hold the hologram for foundations, or anything that has to do with concrete, basically. It just crashes. I think it's because of the rain texture, the shining texture that it gives everything. It applies it to the stuff when it's in hologram mode, even though you haven't placed it yet, so it just crashes. And it has something to do with the smart mod. That's as far as I've gotten with it. So, but I have also crashed the game with using or putting down belts, the little belt supports, things like that. Just one of them things. We may have to wait till it stops raining before we continue. Well, I have to wait until it stops raining. You guys can just look at this beautiful sunrise. Oh, that is nice. That might be the thumbnail. Why not? We haven't done any like scenic pictures in a while. Oh yeah, let's do it with the with the reflection. Oh, that looks so good. So what about right there? It's still raining, unfortunately. I was just get a photo anyway. Why not? Actually, it looks pretty nice. It's a nice scenic photo with the reflections. Okay, it is drying up. This is good. Ooh, is it gonna appear from out of the clouds? I love the cloud work. They did a good job on the clouds in this game. So we're just messing around, but I want to get an image of it peeking from behind the clouds. Such a nice image right there. Then the autosave comes in at just the most inconvenient time. It's a pretty scenic image. You probably get it like this and then just over the clouds. Something like that. I like taking screenshots. Oop. Let's get that back. Get that back. So yeah, if you don't know how to do that, what you do is you hit H, which will put away your weapon, or whatever you're holding, and then you hit the P key, and then when you get these, these lines help you line it up, and then what you can do is you can hit the middle mouse to make it all disappear, and then you can just hit F12, or you can click, I think, yeah, left click to take a photo, but F12 to save it to Steam, and then you just hit P again, and it gets rid of it. Perfect. Anyway, back to work. It was a beautiful sunrise. We had to look the beautiful. This is still an Unreal Engine 4. Imagine what that's gonna look like when we try it with Lemon. I'm sure many people have. Oh, I bet it looks so good. Okay, so the merger, the uranium fuel rods. I think what we need to do is merge it to the middle, so that it's as far away from people as possible. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to merge all these, and then we're going to split them eventually. That's a splitter, by the way. That's a merger. Okay. Oops. If that ever happens to where for some reason every time you click it just does that little thing, just hit Alt again. Yeah, this game has a problem with for some reason every now and again there's this bug. I don't know if they've been able to fix it yet, but there's this bug that happens when if you access a menu and click a button at the same time, that button, the game considers that key to be held down, or that button to be held down. Um, so when the autosave happens, if I Alt-Tab during that autosave, or yeah, during the autosave, then when I come back and I go and click, it considers the Alt as still being held down, even though it's not. It's just a normal bug for the game. It's existed for a while now. But as the devs have explained many times to people, it's the reason that there's bugs that have been in the game for months, years at this point on some of them, is because they don't consider that particular bug that's been in the game for a long time. They don't consider that bug to be a priority. They're trying to prioritize bugs so that they can push these updates out much faster, and they don't have to, fuss around with bugs that don't really. They're not game-breaking bugs, or they're not bugs that are, super crazy. Like the color bug when you're trying to color doors and windows and stuff. When you're trying to color that, you just got to place another door or window nearby, and it'll color it. It's a minor inconvenience, so yeah, they're not going to bother with it for right now. They're going to wait until they start truly working on a 1.0, and then that's when they're going to start fixing those little bugs that don't really matter. Another bug. I think it's still in the game actually. I don't know if it ever got fixed, but another bug is the. That's perfect, right there. Is the when you're wearing Blade Runners and you go inside of a tube, or inside of a, what are they called? I don't use them. I have them unlocked. I don't even know what it's under. It's a transportation tunnel, whatever. Is it under here? Maybe under logistics. Yeah, there it is. F2? What? That's not it. It's not under logistics at all. It's probably under architecture. Yeah. Transportation, that's what it'd be under. Yeah, there you go. Hypertubes, that's it. Like I said, I don't use hypertubes ever. I think I used them once, and I'm just like, I don't like it. Like, it's cool to build a roller coaster out of hypertubes, sure, but I don't know. Maybe it's the superior transportation. Whatever your opinion is, I don't like them. Not a fan. They're cool enough, I guess. That's how I feel about it. Meh. There we go. Okay, doing a little bit of an inspection line here, so people can stand up here and inspect the uranium fuel rods. Yeah, the hypertubes. If you're wearing Blade Runners, the Blade Runners will disconnect from your character's body when you go through hypertubes. And they look at that bug and they go, "We're not gonna fix that. That's not anywhere near worth fixing. That is not our top priority right now." Which, I understand. I understand fully why they do that. It's like, I'd rather them fix the game-breaking bugs or whatever, if there is any. Which there usually isn't. Actually pretty good about updates. Hooking these up is going to take a while. Because we've got 25 to place. Well, 20 now. We got 20 of these to place. Oh. Don't ask me what I was doing, because I do not know. It should be. It's like, because the splitters are all separated, or all placed like where they're supposed to be. We're out of aluminum sheets. Let's go get some more. think I have some more. I hope I have some more. I better. I better have some more. Freaking aluminum sheets. Yep, I have. Wow. Okay, we might be going back for aluminum sheets at some point. Oh dear. Yeah, that might be a problem. These lifts are super expensive, is why. Just so expensive on the aluminum sheets. Oh, they also just recently made an announcement about what they're gonna. They have a fix for the Mark III miner. They finally have a fix for it, but they said they're not gonna say. They're not gonna tell anybody what it is, but they have a fix for it that they're gonna do. I don't know when exactly. Maybe it's. I think that might be for like 1.0 or something. I don't know when they're gonna do that. But they just did a Q&A, or Snut did a Q&A a few days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. I'm not really sure. Maybe a week ago, something like that. I don't remember when that happened, but yeah, he just done a Q&A which they went through they posted on like Facebook and stuff to ask your questions, and then we'll answer them. And of course they pick the questions that they can answer and stuff like that. But yeah, they said that they do have a fix for the Mark III miners, because I mean, if you don't know, the problem with the Mark III miners currently, it's not a bug. I think it's more of an oversight. It's just something they just forgot to do. But what it is if you have a Mark III miner and you overclock it fully, you cannot output enough material because the belt is your limitation. The Mark V belts, which is currently the highest Mark belt in the game, is only 780. I believe, right? Yeah, it's only 780. So what this means is when you go to overclock the Mark III miner, it puts out 1200, which you cannot do that on a Mark V belt. Okay. Yeah. So, because there's only one output on the Mark V or Mark III miner, sorry. So yeah. And they also said, and they've continued to say over and over, people keep asking though. It's like, okay, we've answered this a ton of times already. But yeah, those are all hooked up. Okay, those are hooked up correctly. There's gonna be no base defense. I love that. People keep asking that. There's gonna be no base defense. There's gonna be no whatchamacallit? There's gonna be no factory maintenance, stuff like that. So they're not adding that to the game. They don't want to add it to the game. Nothing like that. They're also not going to. The Mark II for pipe stuff is going to be the max. They're not adding anymore. They're not going like Mark III pipes or anything. So it's just a thing. What else was there? They're not adding a lot of stuff that people thought they would add. I mean, it's like, yeah, it makes sense that they would add it, but you know, meh. If they don't want to add it, they don't want to add it. You can't make them. And they did say that the summer sloops, the Mercer spheres, the Sam ore is all. I mean, we already kind of knew this, but it's all part of the story, and it's not going to have any use until the story mode comes out, until 1.0. They got a lot of work for that. I do hope that they consider it, though. They did say that they might consider it, but they said they're more than likely not going to do it. But I do hope that they do it, which is move all the nodes in the game to match up with the world grid, so that us OCD types can get our miners straight with our belts, straight with our world grids and stuff. That'd be awesome. But it's okay if they don't do it. It's one of those things. Yeah, we cleaned out them belts, didn't we? All magnetic control rods and all the encased uranium cells, or encased industrial beams. Okay. That factory is hooked up, it looks like. Right? Yeah. Everything's hooked up. Sweet. Okay. And seeing as we're getting near the end of our episode, that seems like a good place to stop. It seems like a good place to stop. Sorry, I'm a child. That does seem like a good place to stop. Actually, yeah, we will stop here, but big but. Let's go ahead and do this real quick too, because I want this to be our super road. So this is going to be one of the end roads. I don't think the train stations are going to continue past this point, or the train line, sorry. I think this is the farthest they need to go, which is just perfect for me. Some materials, change that to asphalt. This is going to lag like crazy. Also, flash warning. These things do like to flash. Especially when it lags, like it's currently doing. Like I said, I have so much going on this game that even doing the simplest tasks sometimes it's incredibly laggy. Same thing happened with my my Dyson Sphere program game. I actually had to. The reason I stopped the series on Dyson Sphere program is because it was so laggy. Like I was getting. I couldn't play the game hardly anymore. I was getting barely 10 FPS at that point. I did go a little crazy at the end. I had like an entire planet dedicated to making one thing, and the entire planet was like covered in machines. So much fun. We're going to be getting back into Dyson Sphere program eventually as well. And the reason is because Dyson Sphere program is getting a new update in December. They said they planned for December anyway. Is going to be getting the Dark Fog update, so that'll be good. So if you don't know, the Dark Fog update, it entails combat to the game. Now now you're probably thinking, what most people think is, oh no, they're adding combat to the game. Oh man, I don't want combat. It is optional. It's completely 100% optional. You can turn it off, and it won't affect. Oops, I probably just. It won't affect the game play at all. It'll be just like starting a brand new game. So, and you'll get all the other new stuff, like if they do any updates or anything. So, it's not like you're missing out by. So right there. 4. No, I'm slightly short. Dang it. Okay, so I needed 1, 2, 3, 4. I needed one more line of asphalt. So let's go and grab ourselves some more concrete. Just thought I'd waste some time. Well, because we're at the end of our episode, I don't really want to continue at this point, because the next is going to be its whole other thing. Oh yeah, it's also Friday as well, so hopefully you all have yourselves a great weekend. That'll be good. And yeah, still Spooktober. So, in case I don't see ya. Oh, I'm gonna need to go get concrete too. So concrete and aluminum sheets. That's gonna be on my list to do in between episodes. I'll probably do it after I finish recording this. Probably go and get that stuff. So, because I'll forget if I don't. This is how it goes. So yeah, this is gonna be the last super highway before. Before we're gonna do that. Okay. And then let's do regular foundations. This is gonna be the sidewalk. Of course. That's still going. I might back this support here back that way a little bit. And then it's 1, 2, 3. Out of power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be here. And our 1 meter foundation for our curb. Just gonna run this along here. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, sweet. Oh, and what perfect timing! I gotta go do my thing. I usually do around this time every morning. It is very early. So yeah, that'll conclude the end of this episode. It's going to be it. So yeah, like I said, it is Friday, so I do hope you all have yourselves a great weekend, and if I don't see you again, hopefully you all have yourselves a great Halloween, Spooktober, all that good stuff as well. But like I said, I think that is going to be it. Next time we'll work on the train station and stuff like that too. Get our uranium going so we can actually start making these fuel rods. So yeah, that's it. I guess hopefully we will see you all back here on Monday. Yeah. And I hope you all enjoyed. So I guess until next time, or not I guess, but until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.